Bob, Pennsylvania. You're in the Wilkow Majority. Hello.
Boy, that's an all-time low, I have to say.
What? Well, the environmentalists are always telling us that population is to blame for global warming. So if you're preventing population, you have a green job.
You're right. Very good. Let me ask you this.
Very good.
If the president gets reelected, and by whatever chance, hypothetically, both houses get filibuster-proof majorities, okay, what do you think is going to happen? But you also have to back up what you say with some proof. What do you think would happen?
I think you would see more eliminations of the limiting principles enshrined in the Constitution like we saw with Obamacare. Well, hold it. Okay, Bob, you're not going to be a baby here. Stop talking. Bob, you asked a question, I'm answering. If this is the little game where you jump down my throat, then I just hang up on you, and you're a waste of my time.
Well, answer the question.
I was answering the question until you...
But was it specific? Not just like, something,
That was specific. Nowhere in the Constitution of the United States does the federal government have the authority to compel a citizen to purchase a product. That is the elimination of a limiting principle. What more specific do you need than that?
An answer.
How is that not... Bob, come on.
What do you specific? I don't even know what you're talking about. No one else does. What do you think is going to happen? And
did you just...
What would happen?
Bob, I can't believe... Are both ears working in your head? Is the left ear... Hey, is the left ear... Is this going in the left ear? Is this going in the left ear? Is this going in the right ear? Did you hear what I said? Do you know what a limiting principle is? Do you know what a limit... Bob,
You're going to have to explain it to me because I don't know.
What does that mean? That means there are some things the government, by constitutional law, cannot do regardless of the vote or a problem or a Supreme Court ruling absent of an amendment to the United States Constitution. That is a limiting principle. Do you not understand that?
You know what?
So you don't understand it. You don't understand it. Just say you don't understand it.
Example, then. Give me an example.
I just gave you an example. Obamacare. The idea that the federal government can order a citizen to purchase a product or service is against the limiting principles of the United States Constitution, sir.
We already do that.
Name one product prior to Obamacare that the... Okay, Bob, you got to grow up here with me.
Medicare. What is Medicare is the same thing. That's working for years and years.
It hasn't been working, sir. Medicare and Medicaid are set to go bankrupt, along with Social Security.
That's not true.
It absolutely is true, sir. You tell me, I have my United States Bob, you got to work with me on this one. Where in the Constitution... Okay, Bob, thank you very much for the call. If you can't do this, if you can't do big boy talk, I got to let you go.
You don't have an answer.
I do have an answer. No. Okay, I do have an answer, sir. I have answers to all of your questions. The problem is you don't want to hear them. You tell me, Bob from Pennsylvania, I have my Constitution right here in front of me. I'd like you to tell me where I should look in the United States Constitution, the blueprint and limits on the power of the federal government to command me to contribute to Social Security.
Oh, my God. This is... So
okay.
That's your answer. If they get...
Yes, if it's not in the Constitution, it's unconstitutional, sir. This is not my issue. Sir, Bob, this is not my lack of knowledge. This is yours. This is your ignorance. This is your left-wing ignorance to the United States Constitution. You've never read it. Just admit to me you've never read it. Admit to me you've never read it, sir.
You don't have an answer.
Bob, I do have an answer. I gave you the answer. Because it doesn't suffice your idiotic logic does not mean it's not an answer. I'm asking you, Bob, where in the Constitution... Okay, Bob, you have a nice nice day. You have a nice day out there in La La Land. Thank you for calling the program. Mike, jump back on. Did I not answer his question down to detail?
I don't think you gave him the answer he wanted, though.
But I gave a detailed answer.
Yeah.
He asked me, let me rehash this. His question was, what do I have to fear? What he was trying to do was to get me to display an irrational fear of all three branches of government being controlled by the Democrats. We already have that. We already had that. The logical answer to that, if you believe in the Constitution, is the consistent eradication of limiting principles. When the federal government can cross a line from regulating commerce to regulating non-existent commerce, in other words, to force commerce, they have broken another firewall of the Constitution. That was my answer. How is that not a fully evolved answer? Did I miss something there? Did you miss something there? Did the intern sitting behind you miss something there? Intern, did you get that?
I'm not an intern.
You're not an, okay. Okay, you're a part-timer?
Yeah.
What do you say you do around here?
I wasn't listening.
Okay, you weren't listening. Fine, that's fine. The question was answered. What do I have to fear? The legitimate fear is that the Constitution is being eroded. When you see the federal government create new powers, such as to compel citizens to purchase products, that's the answer to the question. Now, again, when you ask such a caller to display some middle school understanding of the Constitution and you didn't answer, you're an idiot, I don't like you, blah, 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 then you're getting noodle boy. I will debate anybody, anytime, on any topic. I give out the telephone number. You're free to call in. But I'm not going to join you in your own ignorance to satisfy your own ignorance. Bob, go read the Constitution. Have a nice day out there in Pennsylvania.